Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm going to talk about John chapter 9, and Jesus is going to perform another miracle, so here we go. Okay, so Jesus and his disciples are just cruising along the road when they come across a blind man. And the disciples are like, Jesus, why is he blind? What, did he do something bad? Did his parents do something bad? Is he cursed? And Jesus is like, no. He was born blind so that the power of God could be seen. Jesus then spits on the ground, mixes it up to make some mud, and goes and rubs it across the blind man's eyes. He then instructs him to go to the pool of Siloam and to wash himself. And when he does, he can see. When this happens, all of his neighbors are like, whoa, is that the man who used to be blind? Some people thought so. Some people were like, no, it's just someone that looks like him. And then the blind man's like, no, like I was blind. Like it is in fact me. Jesus healed me. Then, of course, he's taken to see the Pharisees because that always seems to happen because Jesus seems to really only heal people on the Sabbath. I'm sure that will come back into play at some point. So some of the Pharisees are claiming that there's no way that Jesus could be from God because he's literally performing miracles on the Sabbath all the time. And then there's other people who are like, well, if he's doing these things, how could he not be from God? So this next part is great. The Pharisees ask the blind man what they think of Jesus. And he's like, oh, well, he must be a prophet. As per usual, the Pharisees don't like this answer, so what do they do next? They go to get the blind man's parents. So then his parents are like, yeah, this is our son. He was born blind and now he's not, but we don't know what happened. He's a grown man. Just ask him. So the blind man goes back in and he's probably getting pretty annoyed. You know, he can finally see for the first time and like he's just being questioned to death. And so they ask him again, tell us what happened. And he's like, dude, I already told you. I don't know what to say. I was blind and now I can see. The Pharisees are so hung up on the fact that they know where Jesus came from and they don't think that they should. So they're saying this to the blind man, and the blind man looks at them and he's like, well, that's strange. He healed my eyes and I can see, and yet you still don't know where he comes from? Naturally, not liking that answer, they throw him out of the synagogue. Then he found Jesus again, and he told him what happened, and then some Pharisees are overhearing their conversation, and they accuse Jesus of calling them blind. And I'm going to read this because I don't want to mess it up, but basically Jesus said, if you were blind, you wouldn't be guilty, but you remain guilty because you claim you can see. And that's the end of chapter 9. Don't forget to like and follow to see what happens in chapter 10.